I think the real definitive part of where we can be and where we are is what happened this year in the draft with the 5 kids in the first round, 6 kids being drafted. And you know, I know Jeff Brown, not enough times his name can come up because he started with that group of kids when they were little and had them all the way through, as did Walt. And what was it about that group, Walt, of kids for that 3-year period that just, you know, made a difference?
Well, first, jumping back to what you said, when you have guys like, you know, Jeff and Al McInnes, and this is for all coaches. I mean, you have to, you know, use each other. Everybody wants to get better. So when we got involved in coaching, I would watch a Rammer practice, Rob Rammers, you know, Basil McRae, a Jeff Brown, and Al McInnes. But with this group, from day one, it was nothing but skill. Skill, skill, skill. Skating, passing, stick handling, you know, and then we threw in the odd compete battle. But it was a special group. Ever since they were young, they got better and better. Not only them, the other kids around them got better. But we didn't do anything out of the ordinary. You know, like I said, I learned from Brownie. Brownie was a heck of a skills guy. And we just impounded the skill, learned the game. Like Rob said, you know, I know my guys went home and watched NHL Network. That was right before school. They picked up a lot on that. But, you know, you try to keep it simple for these kids, and you always keep them moving. You don't want to settle down and waste time unless they're doing it wrong. But that's all we did. There's no real secret. We just did a lot of stick handling, head up, footwork, you know, and then you throw them a little compete drill at the end. And I did that with the kids, and Jordan James was the head coach. I was assistant. And we did that all the way up till Bantams. I hardly ever worked on a power play. Well, I had Lou Cunnin, Matthew Tkachuk, you know, Clayton Keller, Logan Brown. It's like telling Al McInnes and Chris Pronger, you know, what to do on a power play. You just let them do it. But we hardly worked on that stuff. And, you know, unless you can skate and stick handle with your head up, you know, you can't do the other things. So that's what we kind of did every practice. And, you know, I seen it work. I seen us outskill guys. We go to certain places north of the border. You play them in a tournament. They might have better players. At the end of the day, we beat them because the guys were taught the right way. They learned the skills of the game, and you know they didn't have to go around, running around, and finishing every check. You want to keep the kids hungry. They all love the Sidney Crosby, the Patrick Kanes. Let them do it. Let them do it. You know, let them learn. That's how you learn the game, and that's what we did. And you know, I had some great guys coaching with us. You know, with me to even help me, and I learned every day. I learned a lot from Basil McRae, from Brownie. So.